Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be a tutorial on this look right here. I'm excited because it's my first makeup tutorial and I hope you guys like it. Since it's the first one, I'm shooting it in my room. So please forgive me if the lighting is a little off, the quality isn't great, but please know I did it with all my heart. If you want to learn how to achieve this look, then keep on watching. I'm going to moisturize my face with Demon Skincare Hyaluronic Moisturizer. I love this. Keeps my skin moisturized. I'm going to let that moisturizer set into my skin, let my skin soak it up. And I'm going to go ahead and start my brows with Benefit Precisely My Brow in the shade number 4. I'm going to go over the gun. I usually start by drawing a faded line, not a very harsh one, just to draw the outline of my brow. My brow already has like a shape, but I have a very sparse tail, and that's the main part I like to fade in. Other than that, I don't really touch this area other than just like a quick swipe or two with the pencil. This brow is my problem brow. This one is so easy to do. Like look how good that looks. But this one, I gotta make my arch because I don't like a pointy arc. I like a, rounded. I love this pencil because it's very thin and I can work with it however I want. And it looks pretty. Now that my brows are done, I'm going to clean them up with Tarte Shape Tape in the shade Light Medium. Just a quick cleanup. This is also going to be my eyeshadow base. I'm going to set it with translucent powder. I'm using a Morphe E10 to clean up my brows. I like this one because it's thick, but not thick to the point where I can't work with it. And when I clean out my brows, I like to leave the base here, like I leave most of the product here, and then I grab whatever's here and I use the tip to kind of brush through it. And I tap it with my finger just so that there's no lines or creases. For now, I'm gonna go ahead and set my eyebrows with Laura Mercier translucent powder using a Makeup Shack T46. So today for my eyes, guys, I'm going to use this Morphe Dare to Create Palette 39A, and I'm going to use this shade right here as my crease shade. This is a Bella NG325. Going back and forth into my crease and a little above it so you guys can see that actual transition when the makeup is set and done. To deepen up my crease, I'm going to go into this shade right here. Just deepening up the crease. To soften it up and to make sure it's completely blended and no creases, I'm gonna go back into that Makeup Shack brush that I use to set my concealer, just to go over the ends a little bit. Now with the Morphe R39, I'm gonna go into this orangey shade, and I'm gonna put that orange shade right below all that brown that I just put, and I'm going to focus it right here on my outer corner and just slowly blend it into the crease. With that same brush, I'm going to go into this reddish shade, and I'm only going to use the tip of the brush and really focus it in my crease. And inner corner. I'm gonna go into this shade right here on a Morphe M167 brush. I warn you, have a makeup wipe at hand because there will be fallout, okay? So, with that brush, I'm gonna go ahead and focus it on the center of my eye. And I'm gonna flip it so that I can blend with the other side of the brush. I'm gonna go ahead and go in with this teal right here. Do the same thing, put that over that color. Now with my Makeup Shack T86, it's a small lip brush, but I'm using it to focus on the detail in the center of the lid with this color right here. It's pretty turquoise. And I'm gonna focus it right in the center so that the eye can stand out with this shade. Now with that same brush that I used for the red shade, I'm gonna go into that red coral color. And I'm gonna go over the sides of the blue just so that it can blend in nicely. You'll see that I'll start creating like a different color, like a purple-ish. It's gonna blend super nicely. Same on my outer corner. I'm gonna go lightly into my crease. I'm gonna do my bottom eye right now once the rest of my face makeup is done. For lashes, I'm gonna use Lily Lashes Ash Comb. It's really pretty, very feathery, and I think it's gonna be good with this eye look. I'm gonna wake my face up with Max Fix Plus. This is the gold light. Honestly, don't see any difference between the regular and this one. Maybe like a few like shimmer and sparkle. That's about it. I'm gonna go ahead and use the MAC Strobe Cream and Gold Light. A dab on my finger. Rub it into my face. I don't really like using brushes when I put primer on. I feel like it works better when I just rub it in with my fingers. I'm gonna go in with the Fenty Pro Filter on my T-zone area. Not a lot, but just to mattify my oily areas, which is here, here, and a little bit here. I'm gonna go ahead and use the Ole Henriksen Banana Bright Eye Cream under my eyes, just so that my eyes can look creaseless and bright. So for my foundation, I'm gonna use Fenty Beauty Pro Filter in the shade 190. I'm gonna shake it up. I really like this foundation. I used to not like it just because I felt like my skin was tightening up every time I put it. So I have to have like a really hydrated, glowy base for this to work the way I want to. Instead of having it to feel tight, it feels like a normal foundation, and it does look airbrushed. And the only way I really like this foundation is if I use their Fenty Beauty foundation brush. You kind of really have to work with it fast because it does dry pretty quick. This foundation does oxidize, so it may look super light on me now, but it's gonna look darker. And since this is a tropical kind of, you know, beachy look, I'm gonna give myself a quick tan in a bit. I'm gonna go ahead and grab a damp beauty blender. This color is my favorite color. I feel like it's different from the other ones, maybe because I've had my other ones for a while now, and I just feel it works way better than the other ones. I'm gonna go ahead and go back in with my Tarte Shape Tape Concealer in light medium and blend it out with the same beauty blender. I'm gonna get some of that leftover foundation, barely tap it into my beauty blender and blend out right here, because sometimes I don't like that harsh line with my concealer and then my bronzer and stuff. So I grabbed some of the foundation and I blend it out right here onto my face where that line from the concealer is. So now I'm gonna go ahead and set my under eye with Laura Mercier translucent powder. Put a little bit, and then I'm gonna bake right now. I'm using a Bdellium Tools 787 brush. I grabbed some of the translucent powder with the Bibella NG301 brush. Brush it into here and just kind of dust it. Right now you guys could see a pale face, right? But I'm gonna go ahead and tan myself with a MAC Studio Fix powder in NC42 with a Bdellium Tools 980. So I'm gonna grab some of that. Now my face is set and ready to go. I'm gonna go back in with the Wellllll Tools 787, more L'Oreal Mercier powder, and I'm gonna start baking my under eye. I'm gonna leave that to set here. What I did with the top of my eyes, I'm gonna do practically the same with the bottom, but to transition, I'm gonna use a Bella NG335 brush. And now I'm gonna go into that orangey shade that I used. Now that that's done, I'm gonna go ahead and grab a thinner compact brush. This is the RG211 by Bella. And I'm gonna grab all 3 of those blues that I did, kind of blending them together, and lightly put it right here in the center. Pressing too hard just because I know that there is gonna be fallout. And I want as less as I can get. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and brush off the baking powder. I'm gonna go ahead and go into the Shade and Light Contour Palette by Kat Von D. I stepped on it. Let's not talk about it, okay? I'm gonna go into Shadow Play. This is a NG310 by Bella. I'm gonna tap it off because this is super pigmented and it goes on easily. So I don't want that much on. When I contour, I like to put it here first and then I go up. And then in circular motion. Now that I'm all contoured, I'm gonna go ahead and go into the Kylie X-Rated Blush. The Wellllll Tools 962. This is my new favorite blush. It's like corally but pink. For highlight, I'm gonna use the Fenty Beauty, Hustler Baby, and Mean Money. This is my new favorite highlight. I'm gonna go into Hustler Baby, and I'm only gonna put it right here. Look at that. God is shining on my face. Thank you, Rihanna. And for my highlight, I kind of like going down just to blend in the line, or kind of just go over it and go like that. To contour my nose, I'm going to use the same palette by Kat Von D, and I'm going to use NG358. Go into the middle. What I like to do is kind of just brush off that excess. I like to look in the mirror and go down the sides and imagine a small nose. I don't like to be super dramatic. Just kind of like to narrow my nose because it is a little bit wide. And I'm going to shorten it and go like this. And with the Beauty Blender so that my nose looks a little bit more natural, I'm going to go ahead and tap it all around. Go ahead and highlight my brow bone, my nose, and my lips using the same highlight, the Mean Money. And I'm going to use it with a NG330 by Bella. And I'm just going to go right here. I'm gonna bronze myself a little bit more with the Take Home the Bronze by The Balm, and this is Thomas. Everybody meet Thomas. Hi, Thomas. This is an anti-orange formula, which I love. I'm gonna highlight these little lines on my lips, and I learned this from Katie, and I like how she does it. From Lustrelux, actually. I don't know, it kind of gives it like a different vibe over the Beauty Blender. I think the Beauty Blender, for me, at least for my technique, kind of just pushes it into the skin, like, get in there. Now, if you're wondering, is she gonna highlight her chin? No, because if you have a round face like me, I feel like it makes you look chunkier and it gives it more attention here. So until I lose more weight and my face is more snatched, where I don't have to use contour under my chin, then we'll talk about highlighting my chin, okay? I'm gonna clean up with some L'Oreal Mercier translucent powder. Brush that there. For my lips, guys, I'm gonna use the I Love Sarai X Color Pop Liner in 951 to line out my lips and to make them look a bit fuller. I don't do it overboard. I just use a very light hand and I go at the rim of my lip. And what I like to do is grab my middle finger and pull down that color just to lighten it a bit. It looks like I kind of took it off, but I didn't. It's there. Next, I'm going to use Flawless Luxury Matte Lipstick in Be Lovely. This is really pretty corally shade, and I'm going to put it all over my lips. Now that that's on, I'm going to go ahead and put Plumpier Pucker by The Balm in the shade Dramatize. That is it for this look, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope you guys enjoyed it. Give it a thumbs up if you did, and if you want to see more makeup tutorials like this, and subscribe. That's number 1. Turn on your post notification bells, and I will see you guys in my next video. Mwah.